Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Shit and Real Issues. Bringing you a word from Michael Angel, guest speaker and a good friend of mine.
How's it going, everybody? It's November 17th, Thursday, 2011. First of all, I'd like to thank Zian for having me on the show. Big fan of it. I'd like to share one key point today. I've noticed a lot in my dating life that women like to say, you men are all the same. First of all, women have that misconception that men are completely alike and that we pretty much have one task, and that's to break your heart. Either for pleasure or just pretty much get into your pants. That's completely false. I like to say that because we may have similarities most times, but we're not all alike. I can assure you that.
No, we're definitely not all alike. I could sit here and say the same fucking thing about women. It's not true though, you know. And it sounds really, ladies, when you think about it, and gentlemen, it sounds petty as hell. Coming from a woman, it's like, oh, it's all right. A woman can say that, but it's like, what the fuck? If a guy says it, it sounds petty and what's the word? Chauvinistic, and you sound like a fucking woman, and you sound like
we're trying to undermine women.
Yeah, you sound like you're just here to fucking take advantage of women, and you're a little boy with a broken fucking heart, you know?
Exactly. And a lot of times I ask myself, why are women like this? You know, but then I think there's a lot of reasons, but I think one of the key reasons is, you know, women, I'm sorry, but you're partially to blame because, I mean, have you ever asked yourself, what kind of guy do I really want? What would be the typical dream man for me? And I know a lot of you have different views of how you like your men, okay? Don't get me wrong, but hey, how do I say this?
At the end of the day, you know, we know you have your preferences and shit, and you know, I understand that you have a certain way that you want to be treated when it comes to how you want to be loved. There is an expectation when it comes to someone meeting your needs and being in a relationship with them, and that expectation is their needs and what the sense of comfort and security that
Exactly.
you are supposed to create and foster and develop.
I couldn't agree more. And also
in that relationship.
And also, time is also a factor. You know, I can say this because I know this. A guy can genuinely, from the bottom of his heart, act sweet. But you know what? After those 5 weeks, at least, he'll probably get too comfortable and change on you. The first couple weeks, he'll take you out. He'll be romantic, buy you roses, send you nice messages, good morning, honey. But you know what? After a couple weeks, maybe, I'm not saying always, but maybe he might change on you. And that's what you need to look out for, ladies. You need to wait it out. Wait and see how this really plays out. Don't jump to conclusions. That's oftentimes also why women think us men are all alike. Because they haven't taken the time to really analyze the person they're dating, and it turns out they're not who they thought they would be.
Yeah, a lot of the time, just women don't like. If people just have bad judgment and they don't exercise good judgment when it comes down to it. find the guy that was worth all the tears and all the pain and all the, you don't have to do all that. It can be a lot simpler than that. It really can. And that's a large part of what I have to say. It just, people put so much stress into how they go about finding a mate, and they want everything to be, they want it this way and they want it that way, and they want it to be so fucking perfect, and so they want it to just be heaven sent and an absolute bearing of God's goddamn gift, and it's not like that, It will be what it is, and it will be a beautiful thing. Trust me, it will not be what you expect. Oh, believe me, it will not be what you expect, but it will be something beautiful. It will be something great, and it will be worth your time, and you're going to treasure it every second.
Exactly.
If you're smart enough to know what's worth treasuring.
That's of course. And on the last note, I just want you ladies to know, it's not fair to us. Don't shut yourself out, please. Okay? I understand.
Listen to him. Listen to him.
Thank you. I understand that there are past experiences where you let yourself out there, you pour your heart out to this man. He seems genuinely and infinitely interested in what you have to say. But don't be afraid to let yourself out a little bit. Let the guy get his foot in the door. If you see that he's, maybe this guy is legit, let him get his foot in the door. Let him see a little bit of what you are. Don't reveal yourself completely, though, because, like I said, time is a factor. And if that time shows that he's not the one, then you're just going to feel like you're all used up. Like, those facts, and there's certain stories that you cannot just give a man. A man has to earn those stories. He has to earn them through showing you who he is and that he's a great guy. And that's what dating stages are for. That's what dating is for, so that you can wait, let him get his foot in the door, let him know little by little what you've gone through, who you are, but little by little only. And I assure you, if you follow these tips, eventually, surely, slowly but surely, you're going to find we're not all the same.
And I'd like to just add on just to a little bit to finalize that. That gentleman, that's also to be respected too. About on your part when he says about don't push it. Just those are stories that are meant to be earned out of her, and those are not just things that she should be telling you. Those are things that are very personal to her. Give her time, let her open up, let her see whether you're worth it or not, and if you go about respecting her space and not trying to push anything between you to enforce it, and most likely it'll all fall into place. The more you push, the more it's kind of like the flow of the universe and this whole chi and energy thing. The more you push, the more resistance you're gonna get. The more you try it. If you just leave it alone and you remove yourself from the situation, you can get a lot more. You know what I mean? You can get a lot done without trying to force anything out of the situation.
Exactly. And ladies, just one last point. I know it sounds like a broken record, but don't shut yourself out. I understand. Believe me, I understand there's past experiences where you've let someone in and they've just done nothing but hurt you after that. But if that's the case, you're not going to... I have to be honest with you. This is why the show is called Real Shit and Real Issues. If you shut yourself out every time, you're not going to find anybody. You're not going to find the guy you want. Because you're not letting anyone in. There's that one guy out there that wants to get in, who wants to know who you are, where you've been, and wants to see where you're going.
Yeah.
And you have to open yourself up little by little. And I understand it's very, very hard, but it can be done. And you just got to find that right guy. You just got to take time, take it slow, step by step, and you'll find him, I promise.
And I think that concludes today's festivities of real shit and real issues. I hope you all enjoyed what we put together for you. We worked on this, and we put some energy into this. So feel free to leave some feedback and let us know what you think. We'll catch you next time on Real Shit and Real Issues.